I was getting literally raped by her brother this whole time. The stuff that was dripping down my leg was while I'm knocked out unconscious in bed from this medication that I was taking.
Guys, I'm not going to protect this person anymore. I'm afraid that you guys aren't ready to hear something like this because it's very bold and it's very dark and deep and disgusting.
There's something about watching someone's journey from small town hopeful to social media sensation that's downright addictive. For the last few years, Anna Paul seemed to epitomize that dream. Cheerful, warm, and eager to give back. Her spontaneous cash giveaways, travel vlogs, and claims of starting with nothing all created a narrative many found inspiring. But behind the bright, polished exterior, could there be a darker story unfolding? In today's video, we're stepping into uncharted territory. The swirling controversies that have shaken Anna Paul's status as everyone's favorite online personality. Overnight, she went from being hailed as a sweet, relatable influencer to facing damning allegations. At the heart of this uproar, an ex-best friend, Mikaela Testa, who decided she couldn't keep quiet about Anna and her family any longer. Is this all just bitter drama, or is there truth to the rumors? Let's find out. Anna Paul first appeared on most people's radars through cheerful vlogs on TikTok and YouTube, sharing everything from daily routines to heartfelt messages about body positivity. She often posted about giving away money, covering random strangers' meals, or handing out cash in unsuspecting public places. Her fans adored her easygoing style and how she always seemed to have a motivational phrase ready, urging people to believe in themselves. In countless videos, Anna also touched on her upbringing, talking about how her family struggled financially, barely making rent, and scraping together money for groceries. Her followers took these stories to heart. After all, hearing that someone who'd lived through tough times could suddenly be enjoying exotic vacations and brand new cars was beyond inspiring. It was uplifting. But as we now see, that inspiring origin story is central to why some fans feel so betrayed. More on that soon. For a long time, Mikaela Testa wasn't just an online acquaintance. She was part of Anna Paul's circle of friends. Anna's family and Mikaela's path were deeply intertwined. Fans occasionally saw them in each other's content, joking around and appearing perfectly in sync. They seemed like the duo who had each other's backs, both forging big names in social media. Then, out of nowhere, Mikaela broke her silence. She released a bold video where she exposed an avalanche of secrets, including Anna Paul's allegedly phony broke stories, rumored shady money giveaways, and shocking remarks about fans.
And I'm afraid that you guys aren't ready to hear something like this because it's very bold and it's very dark and deep and disgusting.
The internet exploded. No one expected such intensely personal and deeply concerning revelations to drop from someone so close to Anna. Mikaela insisted she'd had enough of watching underage fans be exploited, hearing about shady lottery-like giveaways, and staying quiet about Anna's brother, Atis, whose behavior she found deeply unsettling. It was high-stakes drama, and within days, Anna lost tens, if not hundreds, of thousands of followers, fueling intense speculation. One of the biggest bombs. Mikaela claimed Anna exaggerated or altogether fabricated her sob stories of growing up broke. Anna would often mention days in her childhood when her family supposedly worried about paying rent and had only a handful of dollars for groceries. Yet, according to Mikaela, Anna's father was financially secure, earning more than triple the average income, and their family had a waterfront home from the time Anna was a kid.
I know what it's like to grow up with no money on Christmas. You know, my parents spent their last $20 on prawns so that we could have like a nice meal. My brother and I, we used to wrap plastic bottles, like orange juice bottles, and put them under the tree so it looks like we have a lot of presents like other families. So I know what it's like. So I want to send $500 to 15 of you so that you can make a nice Christmas for your children.
Suddenly, fans were left scratching their heads. Did Anna truly experience the dire poverty she brought up in so many of her posts? Or was she just feeling broke relative to wealthier kids in her area. Mikaela's evidence, photos of Anna posing with designer goods and living in large homes, seemed to contradict Anna's repeated claims of near homelessness. Anna eventually responded by saying these were her personal experiences. She felt broke and scared whenever her parents stressed about bills. She never denied having a decent house or occasional luxuries, maintaining that feeling broke can be different from actually living with nothing.
I've seen the house in person. It's beautiful. Being upper middle class is not being poor, Anna. Your exaggerated stories for the internet has always made your dad upset, and me, well, just angry. I was a real victim of the system and poverty like you portrayed yourself online.
But many fans found that explanation too convenient, especially after seeing old images of Anna sporting luxury watches and brand-name clothes.
I do not lie about the fact that I grew up broke. When I say I grew up broke, that is my experience. That is how I felt. When I can hear my parents talking in the kitchen that the budget for the groceries that week is $30, it makes me feel broke. When we can't afford school uniforms, it makes me feel broke. When I'm 11, when I'm 10, and all my friends can afford something and my parents can't, it makes me feel broke. When they say, oh, I don't know how we're going to afford rent next week, that makes me scared and makes me feel broke. That does not mean that I was the most broke person on earth. There are definitely people in way worse situations than me, but that does not mean that I'm lying about the fact that I felt broke during those times. And of course, because the internet is going crazy, they are pulling up photos of this was Anna's childhood home, showing photos that I grew up in when I was already an adult that I couldn't even imagine even going into when I was like 7 years old.
Another major sticking point in the drama is Anna Paul's approach to giveaways. At a glance, it seems incredibly generous. Subscribe to my OnlyFans, and I might send you $500. However, Mikaela raised concerns that Anna's fans, many of whom are under 18, might be seduced by the promise of quick cash if they subscribe to an adult platform. This, Mikaela says, essentially creates a pay-to-enter lottery, which is not only ethically murky but potentially illegal, especially if minors are forking over subscription fees.
With the 7-hour difference in time steps between posting your initial promo story on Instagram to actually sending money, it's clear that in that time you allowed the subs to reel in, as this was just a plot for profit rather than a give-back situation as you disguise it as. Then posting further stories of screenshots sending few people $500 saying you know where to find me, incentivizing more to subscribe and fall for this in hopes to win.
Mikaela claims these giveaways bring in masses of new subscribers, promising $500 or $1,000 to a lucky winner. If thousands of teens or financially strapped followers pay $10 or $15 just to try their luck, Anna could rake in a fortune, then only pay out a small chunk to a select few. Worse, underage fans might access adult content in the process. For skeptics, it's a deeply disturbing possibility. Anna's official stance on this? She never truly addressed the illegal lottery angle in her apology video. She's insisted she's giving back out of gratitude and that no one is forced to enter. But critics keep asking, if it's really about helping fans, why not use a free platform? Or choose winners without requiring a paid subscription? Of all the allegations swirling around, few things have provoked as much outrage as Mikaela's claim that Anna made fun of one of her own fans. According to Mikaela, a plus-sized fan approached Anna, thanking her for sharing uplifting messages about body positivity. They hugged, took a picture, and everything looked sweet, until the fan walked away. That's when, allegedly, Anna turned around and called her fat and sweaty.
You were peak body positivity, love yourself version of Anna. A plus-sized fan came up to you and asked for a hug and a picture. You smiled at her. You told her that you loved her. She told you how your words online have helped her be more comfortable in her body. The moment she walked away, you told Atis that she was annoying and gross and you didn't want to agree to the hug because she was fat and sweaty. Atis laughed. These were your words, Anna. I heard them. Things like this were a common occurrence. Seeing your fakeness in the flesh was such a disturbing experience. Your fans mean nothing to you, just like the animals you buy and palm off to others. Watching you be praised online for being kind and caring, but behind the facade lived an evil person.
Now, Anna did deny calling anyone fat, and insisted she may have said sweaty, but never fat.
But I'm going to address the things regarding me. So the first thing I want to address is that apparently in 2021, a fan came up to me and we hugged. And after she walked away, I said, oh my God, she was so fat and sweaty. Now, I do not call my fans fat. That is not who I am. That is not what I stand for. That's not what I've ever stood for. But you guys know me, surely. That is not what I stand for. Sweaty, however, I may have called her sweaty, because when somebody is wet and they touch you and then they leave, and when you're with your best friend and you are now wet because of them, you may say, I am now wet. Again, this was 4 years ago, but that may have happened. And I also know that people would have hugged me, walked away and said, Anna Paul is sweaty. That does not make them a bad person. That is just them pointing out that after two people touch, they are now sweaty or wet.
She admitted that if she hugged a fan who was sweaty, she might joke about being damp, but she'd never body shame anyone. Still, that nuance did not soothe the public. Many wondered if this was just the tip of the iceberg, revealing a behind-the-scenes mean streak. Mikaela also mentioned Anna apparently mocked other people, including Anna's ex-boyfriend Glenn Thompson, for his weight. Accusations of fat-shaming behind closed doors strongly contradict Anna's public emphasis on acceptance and positivity, so it's no surprise that fans were furious. Strap in, because this is where the story takes an even more disturbing turn. According to Mikaela, Anna's brother, Atis, played a significant role in the behind-the-scenes chaos. Mikaela says that when she and Atis dated, he demanded huge percentages of her OnlyFans earnings, sometimes up to 50%. She recalls how he allegedly used emotional outbursts, threatening to off himself or harm her possessions if she tried to stop his cut or leave the relationship. In Mikaela's telling, Atis could be volatile, smashing objects, punching walls, and turning every disagreement into a life-or-death meltdown. The worst part, Mikaela says, is that Anna was aware of a lot of this behavior and yet stepped in to defend her brother.
Atis was also accused publicly by his ex-partner, to which I believed back then. I even messaged her that I did believe her. I believed her because her story was something that actually had been happening to me already. And when I confronted Atis and told him I believed her, a fight broke out and he would threaten his life. As a result of what was happening to me, I would get UTIs, and that in turn has permanently affected another internal body part. I'm undergoing surgery in February to correct my body, as I have debilitating health issues as a result. When this happened, our relationship plummeted and I couldn't be the same. Does this sound like a person that I would be obsessed with or want back? I left the wrath of that. In my opinion, it seems the Paul siblings have scamming running through their blood, and I'm not sure why, because they were raised with amazing parents that provided a lot for them. Their dad making triple the average Australian income per week had them living in a beautiful house on the water with a built-in pool. I've seen the house in person. It's beautiful. Being upper middle class is not being poor, Anna. Your exaggerated stories for the internet has always made your dad upset, and me, well, just angry.
She suggests that Anna's protective instincts allowed or even encouraged him to keep going. At the same time, fans noticed that Anna and Atis were unusually close. Reportedly, he even helped shoot some of Anna's risque content. Some found this dynamic unsettling, while others shrugged it off as a supportive sibling relationship. But with Mikaela's revelations, it's harder to see it as harmless. After days of silence, Anna Paul finally responded in a TikTok video that many considered alarmingly short and vague. She apologized in broad strokes, seeming more focused on how people's negativity hurt her feelings than on addressing core issues. Mikaela's claims of manipulated giveaways? Anna basically said nothing beyond defending her intention to give back. The accusations of mocking a plus-sized fan? She doubled down, saying she might have called them sweaty, but never fat. Viewers expected a point-by-point rebuttal, or at least some humility in taking responsibility, but it never really came. Instead, Anna spent a fair chunk of time explaining why she personally feels she grew up broke. Some watchers felt that was a deflection, not an answer. Even the mention of Atis was conspicuously missing. Fans asked, "Where is the accountability? Where do you address the worst allegations?" Predictably, the internet meltdown intensified. Huge numbers of followers unfollowed Anna. On social media, hashtags turned negative, with many calling her apology robotic or incomplete. A portion of her fanbase still stands by her, insisting she's misunderstood and that Mikaela is bitter or jealous. But the climate remains tense. Once viewers see a crack in an influencer's persona, it's hard to unsee. Amid the chaos, some are reminding the world that Anna Paul is still human. They worry about the toll that mass hate can take on someone's mental health. Others respond, what about the vulnerable kids she might have exploited? What about the fans she allegedly insulted? Don't they matter too? It's a heated back and forth, emblematic of cancel culture's messy nature. Mikaela says she's not done speaking. She has more episodes planned, apparently containing receipts and deeper accounts of her time in Anna's home.
There's a lot of things wrong with Anna Paul. It's way easier to hate me for calling her out when she's wrong than accepting that the Anna you guys love and idolize so much never existed. You don't know her. You don't know her like I know her. You have never met her, and if you have, it's nothing more than a 5-second selfie. These people that watch her don't know the Anna that I know. They know the other Anna, the one she wears when the camera starts rolling. I can't blame the parasocials because I too would do the same for someone that I looked up to. But my experience with Anna was a lot different to all of you. Mine was a real experience.
If her earlier expose is any indication, the follow-ups could be even more explosive. Meanwhile, Anna has tried to return to normal content, posting simpler everyday vlogs, and pretending the drama doesn't exist. But with fans so riled, ignoring the backlash might not calm the storm. So, is Anna Paul's squeaky clean image a work of fiction designed to boost views and rake in cash? Or is Mikaela Testa, once a close friend, just trying to tear down an internet star? The ultimate truth might be somewhere in the middle. Yet, even after everything, we're left with plenty of questions. Will Anna ever give a more thorough response? Can she regain trust, or is her brand permanently damaged? No one can deny Anna's content gave people moments of positivity. But if Mikaela's revelations hold weight, that positivity could mask manipulative tactics, insensitive remarks, and shady behind-the-scenes dealings. Wherever you land, there's no doubt the story is still unraveling. Internet fans can be forgiving, but only if they see real sincerity and meaningful change. Thank you for watching Buzzed Celebs. We're committed to digging deeper into these controversies so you don't have to. Let us know in the comments if you think the final truth will come out, or if this drama is destined to remain a murky battle of she said, she said. Don't forget to subscribe, drop your thoughts below, and smash that thumbs up if you found this breakdown insightful. We'll be back soon with more must-know celebrity news. Stay curious, folks!